Hey everyone, Burly and Gaming here with.
Fryman 14. Hello, everybody.
We're here to talk to you about Mafia: The Old Country. Finally, a new game in the Mafia series since Mafia 3. I know it's been how many years since that. I know a couple years back we got the definitive edition of Mafia 1,
hmm
but this is not your typical, like the standard Mafia games. This is going back, way back, where it's chapter based and not the giant open world. How'd you feel about that?
I felt fine. It definitely felt very much like what they did with the remake of Mafia 1, where it was very chapter based with a sort of open world esque aesthetic to it. And I didn't mind it entirely because Mafia has never really been the big open world franchise, despite how it started.
Mhm.
And I was fine with it as long as the game that's there is really good, and and the story was really good. And for the most part, I think they did deliver on that.
I agree. Like I like this that it was chapter based and you were just going. It's not stopping, oh, well, because it's an open world, we have to, oh, there's all these different side activities that are now available in the game. We have to show you what they're like and wall you from the progression.
hmm Yeah, especially since it was for certain people, it's like it just kind of story just flows and keeps going. For many people, it's like this is good if you already don't have the best schedule to really sit down and play games. This is definitely one of those where it's just like if you have a weekend and a few hours to kill, this is definitely for you.
Oh yeah, and like the game, if you take out stretch break times and me, because I stream the game and the times of my chat making me do shots and beans, probably probably about 12 hours, 12 and a half hours,
Yeah,
somewhere
yeah,
around.
12 hours, give or take. Yeah.
Yeah, and it all depends. Like there is extra content you can do. Like when you are in these chapters, some of these chapters, you can do a little exploring of the area to find stuff, like your different beads and amulets and all that that you're gonna are charms that you're gonna equip to give you benefits. But also you'll have little side missions that you get some goodies for, and just extra conversations with characters that you can get to, give you a little bit more background in the world.
hmm Yeah, and also recently they finally uh post this review, they released the free ride mode, which is just like in the remake. You can just explore the open world based on your current progress, and you can just go and do everything you can. With supposedly what I heard, they have a lot more planned for free ride mode in the future. So it's not just going to be a little sandbox mode to explore if you're once you're done with the main story. So that sounds nice. I won't lie. Especially I've heard since it's going to be free or something.
Yeah, and that is nice because usually it's instead of trying to get a little more out of you, and this game doesn't have, thankfully, any, hey, give us more money and like in-game transactions and stuff like that. The nice thing I will say is they actually add for like the costumes and different outfits and all that. If you've played other recent 2K games, uh, especially the top spin game, you will get some extra outfits and stuff like that. So if you have a 2K account and you're signed in, and like I got a bunch of extra outfits and I think an extra vehicle and stuff.
hmm
So it's a neat little thing of, hey, you're playing our games. Here you go. Here's a little extra bonus for you.
hmm that is nice, especially if you like that kind of stuff. But I'd say though the main selling point still for the game is its story and its
Oh,
characters, which the game does do well. My only necessary issue I have with it is like you've kind of seen the story before a little bit, like you know where it's gonna go for the most part. You know what character is which in terms of archetypes, but just because it's familiar doesn't automatically make it bad. But I can see where some are kind of let down in that department a bit. But overall, compared to how Mafia Free kind of became, this isn't so bad. But the more issues I have with the game is more so in its gameplay department, I would
Yeah.
say.
For me, I really like the story and the characters. Yeah, for a lot of it, you could see it coming and stuff like that. Certain events, but just because you can see it coming doesn't mean it's
Mhm.
still good. I had a great time. I love the characters and the relationships your main character Enzo has with all the different characters. How it changes throughout the chapters, what happens, and some stuff getting revealed, some stuff, other stuff, the actions and stuff. So I felt it really worked well. It didn't have me going, okay, why am I doing this? Most of the story and the missions you're doing, I felt worked very well.
Mhm. Yeah, but while I liked the story, like I said earlier, I feel like the gameplay is kind of where this game is kind of in a weird spot, which I think a lot of the reviews, if that you do see about it, will talk about. I don't think the gameplay that's there is bad. It functions well
Mhm.
for what it is, but I just don't think it's really anything groundbreaking or complex even. I don't mind the general like stealth and gun gameplay. That's perfectly fine. It works
Mhm.
fine for what it is. It's just you do feel though it's like they could have took that a little bit further, like maybe add a bit more of it because it's kind of it's mostly very basic. But I will say it to its credit compared to its other previous games, and the main one being Mafia Free. Overall, I'd say it was better still, but your mileage, depending on how where you fall under, your mileage may vary. The only other part of the gameplay I really had, I kind of don't, I kind of have like two minds of is the knife fights, which that's like its big new thing that makes it
Mhm.
kind of different. I don't mind them, especially because they're just boss fights. But my only issue with them is like they're not, like I said earlier with the other gameplay. It's not very complex. Like once you figure out what to do and once I teach you how to play it, it's like pretty simple. But
Oh,
for as an end of chapter boss fight overall, I thought they were fine. It's just kind of some of them are a bit lackluster. I won't lie to you.
yeah. To the knife fights, I like them, but yeah, like you said, once you get it, and like y'all, once you get the pattern and the timing for parry, thrust, stab, and doing the block stab to reduce their block and then get in.
Hmm.
Once you get comfortable with it, you will have no problem. Like I played the game on medium, didn't difficulty drop, and I had a few deaths. Like this game, I think was very balanced for the difficulty.
Hmm.
And like I know some people. At first, I was like, "Why only can you only have two sets of bandages on you at the same time?" And it's like, it's not that bad, especially if you're looting people as you're getting rid of the enemies. You will, for the most part, find enough bandages. I never was in a spot where like, crap, I don't have any bandages. I can't get any bandages. I'm in a gunfight. I got one pistol round, and that's it. You're for
Hmm.
the most part pretty stocked up. The stealth, they did a good job for the stealth. I enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun. And I like the different stuff they did with the knife. That your knife has a durability mechanic, and you can buy and get different knives and have different status little boosts of more durability or extra stuff in the knife fight and stuff like that. But I like that you could either use when you're choking people out in stealth, you could stab them. But if you did that, reduce the durability. Or there are chests and other little lock boxes all around. You can unlock it, but it'll reduce the durability. But you can always find these weight stones, and you can have them and just resharpen your knife. So if it gets down, you can resharpen it up, which is nice.
Hmm. Yeah, the knife I will say is definitely also pretty unique, especially because you can pick which one you want, as well as like the buffs that they each have, and some even have
Mhm.
better in certain use cases than other. I do like that. I hope if they do make another one, they do keep that they do keep that in some way, or they take that and make something else. I think that would be genuinely interesting down the road for a newer Mafia game.
Oh yeah, and like after playing this game, it's like I want another one. Like they have shown, and you know what they have shown with this game, less is more. You don't need. I'm tired of the. Like I've said so many times, I'm tired of the big open worlds with a million fucking things to do, but none of them feel good, and then the story is bogged down to just get it go, just to have it go longer, just so they can put on the back of the box and say we have a 40 plus hour story, 500 hours of content, and it's like none of it's good. Not that this game may not be revolutionary of new mechanics, but it's got a good solid foundation. I think it does it overall a really good job. Every time I put the game down, I wanted to keep playing, but the thing was, it's like if I keep playing, I got this I got to do, I got that I got to do. I got to go to sleep and get some sleep before I work the next day. I also
Yeah,
didn't want to
yeah.
beat it in one sitting, because I could see if you are skilled enough and you know what, you turn down the difficulty lower and stuff like that, you could probably get through this game in like 6 to 8 hours.
hmm Yeah, which I don't mind because I do think it's still really good. And, it's not priced, it's not a full priced release like most other games. So I say that's pretty reasonable still. So I don't mind the length. Uh, it's just a matter of is what you're given for that length and the price actually good? And I'd say it does well, but I can also see where some are not fully into it at the same time.
Yeah, it's not a game for everyone, but if you like, take a little look at the gameplay from other people, from content creators and stuff like that, and you can see with the gun gameplay, the stealth gameplay, the knife fighting mechanic, if it's for you. If you if from what you've seen the game, you think you'll like it, I can easily recommend the game. As you said, it's a budget price. Real question is, how soon do we get this on the Switch too?
uh, oh well, who knows really? I mean, I'd be curious how they do it. Just just to see, because I think they put the other ones on Switch. I don't remember though.
I think they put the original trilogy on there.
Yeah, yeah. If they can make it work, then I'd say go for it. But yeah, I will say the other side of it is this being a game. I've heard this is like the first Mafia made in Unreal 5. It does have its usual bugs, and if you're on PC, you might have a few other issues. But overall, I didn't have major problems. I had minor stuff that required me to restart a checkpoint or two. But overall, it's like I'd say it's a pretty fine and stable PC port.
Yeah, I had one instance that I can remember that I had to restart and reload the checkpoint. But yeah, I played this on PC, had no crashes, no major issues. I believe one or two times there was just texture was loading in a little funny, but
Yeah.
you could say that about any modern game.
Any modern Unreal game, even at this point.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I would recommend the game. I think it's a solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I would agree. It's an 8 out of 10. It easily, for the games that I've played this year, this is in my top five. It may not have the most revolutionary, but this was just a game that was good length, fun to play. Like I've said so many times, every time every time I was putting this game down, I wanted to keep playing. I had to force myself to stop.
hmm And that's all you could really want nowadays from any modern
Yeah,
game.
yeah. I did not feel ripped off. It's not one of those things of this this was a slog and I feel ripped off. They just extended this out. Why, Ubisoft? Why?
Yeah, true. We all been there. Yeah.
We all have been there. But thank you, Fryman, for coming in and doing this with me. We would
Thank
love
you.
to hear. No problem. Love to hear from everyone in the comment section. What'd you think of this game? Did you play it? Did you not? Are you thinking of playing it? We'd love to hear from you all.
All right. Bye.
See y'all next time. Bye.